Welcome to another episode of Watch Once Over. My name is Big E. Today we're looking at these all new 40 millimeter Hamilton khaki filled mechanical power reserve watches. They come in white and they come in blue, and you can get it for $10.45 on the bracelet or $9.45 on the NATO strap. I like them both. Now, as for the black dial on the white dial, they're both are beautiful. They include a sapphire crystal, beautifully done syringe style hands with the old radium type lume. And the newest thing is going to be that power reserve meter over there inboard of the 9 o'clock uh, marker. So I think that's pretty cool. Everything on here is pretty symmetrical. You have the Hamilton logo and Hamilton word under 12 o'clock. Then you have two lines of text on the bottom, which includes power reserve and 80 hours. So I think the way they did that, that was pretty symmetrical. And then I like the fact that they did, instead of the amount of hours, just a fuel gauge type on the power reserve, which is full, half and empty with two other markers. I like that a lot too. Now, this watch cannot be overwound. Overwound. It has a bridle style slip connector in there, so when you wind it up, um, once it gets fully wound, it'll just start slipping. So you cannot overwind and damage the watch. I think that's pretty daggone cool. The watch does beat at 3 hertz beat rate, and I want to say these are expertly, beautifully done. I love the all mechanically um, done movement with the bead blasted case. Gives it a really, really nice tool look. Huge crown. Let me measure that crown for you. That crown's coming in. Look at that. Almost 7.5 millimeters. The thickness of the watch is going to be under, let me do it without the strap. Thickness of the watch is only 12, and then the lug to lug is going to be about a 48, and then you have a 20 millimeter strap, which is going to be easy to find different straps for. Let's look at this white one a little closer. You have this really nicely done bright white dial with the old radium tip on the second hand, and syringe dial hands that are black with the old radium feel. And these do have superluminova. The bracelet is really nice, twin trigger deployant, fully milled clasp. Here's what the back of them looks like. And then you get 100 meters of water resistance, and the crown does not screw down, so it's always ready to be wound. And here's the black one. Look at the power reserve meter. Really smooth winding, and like I said, you cannot overwind that. And the power reserve meter even has a little bit of lume on there also. So I think that's a pretty cool little bonus. As for size, they're 40 millimeter cases. This is what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is 7.25 inches. They look really good. Hamilton is always going to have a place in the watch world because they're an older Swiss-made company, used to be American, and a lot of people follow Hamilton. And now I see why, because they always put out something on the cooler side. And these, having that power reserve, mechanically done watches, the mechanically wound watches, is pretty cool. So I'm going to take you out with a lume shot. You can see what they look like at night. At best, this is going to be transitioning lume, not dive style lume, but they are a more everyday type watch, and they do not carry a date. So you do have that grab and go aspect. But that's what they look like. And you can see that little power reserve is also lit up too. So that's a little bonus. So let me know what you guys think about these. These are the new Hamilton khaki fields with the power reserve mechanical. My name is Biggie. That's the Watch Once Over for today. Please subscribe. God bless. And as usual, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.